Hello guys and welcome to our maths lesson. Now this is our second lesson on equivalent fractions. Now as always we've got two questions on our starters. So it says, what equivalent fractions can you see in the bar models? So you might want to shade some in, and remember equivalent means the same as or equal to. So what can you find in this one? And then it says use the number line to find the equivalent fraction. So we've got 3/5. So you can see our top bit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are fifths on the top. And then our 15ths are on the bottom. So can you use the number line and find the equivalent fractions? Pause the video and give these a go. Okay then, so question 1. What equivalent fractions can I see in the bar models? Well, firstly, I know that this top bar model is split into ninths. And then my next bar model, I can tell, is split up into thirds. And now I can see that this line matches up perfectly with the one below. So I can see that 3/9 are equivalent to 1/3, because I can count 1, 2, 3/9, and it's 1/3. Next again, I can see this line lines up perfectly. So again, I can count this up. 6/9 is equivalent to 2/3. So for example, now if I want, well, this line, well, not quite, because there is not a line that matches it on my 1/3. So my final one, 9/9 is equivalent to 3/3, or I could just say equivalent to 1. So 1 equals 1. Next says use the number line to find the equivalent fractions. I've already put 3/5 here. So just the exact same here as I did on this one. I can go down and I can see that 3, 6, 9 15ths is equivalent to that. And then 15 15ths is equivalent to 1. Or even 5/5, can't I? So now let's get on with equivalent fractions. So here I've got my shape, and I'm going to split this in half. And I'm going to shade in one of the halves. Now below, I'm going to split this into quarters, or into 1/4. And to match this up, I'm going to shade in a half again, and I can see that 2/4 is equivalent to a half. And now again, I've got another shape, and I'm going to split this up into sixths. And again, I'm going to shade in a half. So I know that 3/6 are equivalent to 2/4, which are equivalent to a half. And now this one, I split this up into eighths. And again, I'm going to split up in a half. This is what we were doing last lesson. And now I know that 4/8 are equivalent to 3/6, which are equivalent to 2/4, which are equivalent to 1/2. Nice and easy. So now, here, this is our fraction bar model, really. And it looks extremely confusing. Lots of colours and lots of, like I say, just confusing. But I promise you, it is really simple. I can see on this top line, my light blue, this has got just 1. So this is 1 bar model. I then cut this in half. So then I've got 2. Next, I've got thirds. Below that, quarters or 4s. Next, fifths. And so on. You can see what I'm doing. 6ths, 7ths, 8ths, 9ths, 10ths, 11ths, and 12ths. That's the maximum that we're going on to 12. So you can see 1, I've got half, thirds, quarters, fifths, all the way to 12ths. So, like I say, it looks confusing, but really, really simple. So now, using this, I want to see what 5/6 are equivalent to. So straight away, when I look at my fraction, I'm looking at my denominator. I'm looking at sixths. So now I can go down to 6, and I can look where 5/6 are. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/6. So you can see this one here. So now I'm going to go up or down my line to see if any of the lines on the other bar models match up. And I can see here, so if I go up, no, I can't see anything there, but if I go all the way down here, I can see that it matches up. So I can say that 5/6 are equivalent to, well, this is 12, so my denominator is 12, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5/6 are equivalent to 10/12. So now using this bar model, can you give this a go? So using the exact same method as I, so look at my denominator, so I'm going down to fifths, and my numerator is 2. What equivalent fractions are there on each of these? Pause the video and have a think. Okay then, well let's see. So again, I'm straight away looking at my denominator, so I've got fifths, and I know it's 2/5, so I'm going to shade in 2/5. Now I'm going to go up and down my line to see what equivalent fraction it is. So if I go down, it's not quite eighths, is it? But I can see that tenths match up perfectly. And I can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4/10 are equivalent to 2/5. Next, 2/3. So I'm looking at my denominator, straight onto the thirds. 2/3. I'm on this line. And I can go down, and I know straight away 4/6, which is perfect. But then, if I can continue this line down, there are actually some more as well. So I can put 4/6 in here, but then I could go down to my ninths. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ninths. And again, I can go down here to my twelfths. And I know that that is then 2, 4, 6, 8 twelfths. So all of these are equivalent to each other. And then finally, looking at my denominator, eighths. I can then go over to 6/8. Can I go up and down? Absolutely can. I can go down to my twelfths. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 twelfths. But then I could even go up to 3/4. So now guys, using them methods, I want you to have a go at all of the worksheet. And that is the end of our video, nice and quick. Upload your work to Teams, and I'm looking forward to marking it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.